to tell you, without her support and compassion, I might not be able to talk to you this morning. Teka, malaki po utang na loob ko sa FEATI.
Di po ba? Totoo naman yan eh. Sino ang magsasabi na ang isang nagganito sa FEATI para lang makapag-aral magiging UAP National President in the future? Modesty aside, salamat po sa palakpak. Sino ba naman ang makapagsasabi na yung nakikita mong nagsusunog ng kilay sa pagbabasa ng comics, take note, comics, kumakain ng banana Q at kamote Q sa labas ng gate ng FEATI, magiging somebody pala sa kanilang profesyon. Mga simpleng estudyante na sa tingin natin on ay mga school bukol. Subalit ngayon ay mga big-time practitioners, contractors, consultants, employers, businessmen in their own right. Agree po ba kayo sa aking sinabi? O disagree?
Yes. Agree.
You agree with me? We
Yes.
deserve a round of applause for each and every one of us. Palakpakan po natin.
Of course, agree. We all agree. Agree.
It is my honor and privilege to be tasked by the organizing committee to welcome you all in this memorable and significant occasion. As I recall, this event, the first FEATInean Architects Meet 2020, was supposedly held originally last April 2020, coinciding the UAP National Convention. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 pandemic crisis, all public gatherings were cancelled for health security. Thus, the said convention never materialized. Good to see you again, mga kaibigan, katropa,
See you, sir.
kapamilya, kapuso, at kapatid. Pinakyaw na natin. Indeed, we are blessed that we see each other today via Zoom conference, healthy, safe, alive, and kicking in the midst of global COVID-19 pandemic crisis.
Good morning to you all. Happy to be here.
Hindi ko na kayo kakilala. Ako, isa sa paborito kong estudyante. Tuwan-tuwa ako sa narating niya. Lalo na si Teray, Godoy. Alam ko noon pa malayo ang mararating nila.
It's like a reunion na po, no? Talagang sabi nga po nila, reunions are time we come together to celebrate our past and remember those who have passed on. We have indeed come here to celebrate our past and to anticipate the future with positivity. Honestly, I'm so excited for this first meet. And I'm counting days, ilang tulog na lang, isang tulog na lang, tapos eto na, meet na tayo. Classmates, schoolmates, friends, at magagaling na mga arkitekto sa FEATI. I feel honored to have been given this opportunity to be with you in our first UAP FEATInean Architects Meet. Being with you all today, although virtually, reminds me of my precious days in FEATI University as a young college student. I realize that while we grow, you will find the things you have shared and learned that formed us as a person. These memories will be a source of joy and longing even for things that might have or could have been. Taking together my life in FEATI University to study as a working student helped shape what I will eventually become as licensed architect. Alam po ninyo, before going to college, it was really an unforgettable one. I was trying to make ends meet during that time by juggling one job after the other so I can continue my further studies. I work as a janitor sa agency po yun, SMS. As a janitor, I work as a dishwasher, as a car washer. Lahat yata ng klaseng washer napasukan ko na para kumita. Alam po ninyo, my memories remain quite vivid. When I enrolled in FEATI University, baliktad po, ang hinahanap ko talaga yung kaya ko makapasok dahil working po ako noon, working student. Kailangan lahat maayos ko yung time ko. So after when I visited FEATI, nag-check ako then when they give me the loads, 21 units yun, full load that time that I have to take. I went straight to the registrar's office. No? The problem, the time I do not have enough money to pay, pero kaya mabayaran ko na po yung tuition fee ko. So I talked to the head of the registrar's office, no? That time it was Dr. Roque, about my financial constraints. I have only 20 pesos at the time in my wallet that I have to go back home walking. And fortunately, she allowed me to pay 20 pesos as a down payment so I can enroll my course in BS Architecture. To tell you, without her support and compassion, I might not be able to talk to you this morning. Teka, malaki po utang na loob ko sa FEATI. During my second sem, my first year in college, I worked in the office of Architect Engineer Juscoro Kiblat to be his draftsman, student assistant. On my fourth year, I worked in the office of Dean Alejandro Arellano with the support of Architect Rodil Soliman and Architect June Saberon. Then on my fifth year, I worked sa NBI po in the office of Architect Domingo Tablizo as a miniature model maker, kaya boss ko po si Sir June. Sir June, boss, June Tablizo. Mahirap po talaga ang isang working student at kailangan mong magtiyaga para sa lahat ng financial mo pangangailangan to support my school allowance and tuition fee. When not working, you will find me kneeling inside the Santa Cruz Church. Malapit po kasi yung sa FEATI. At sa Quiapo Church. At bibisay kong Baclaran Church. Naranasan kong lumuhod mula pintuan hanggang altar. Praying fervently and hoping that God may grant me more strength as I face the challenges of being a working student. My prayer is just to finish my course, to find a decent job, so I can support and take care of the needs of my sick mother, and perhaps towards a better life. With the grace of the Lord, I graduated Bachelor of Science in Architecture in the year 1985. Kami po ang first batch sa 5-year curriculum, and with God's grace and mercy, I passed the Architect's Licensure Examination of the same year, 1985. Blessings poured in. I welcome opportunities for me to work abroad in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where I was exposed to the practice of architecture and landscape architecture. After 11 years of being in a foreign land, I eventually put up my architectural office here in the Philippines, where I can be with my family and serve the country with my designs and visions. Back home, this is where I took up my master's in tropical landscape architecture to academically align myself after having the experience overseas. There are fulfillment and satisfaction on bringing what I have learned from abroad and to share to our home country, and eventually passing the knowledge on to others as a way of giving back. I received an invitation from Architect Edgar Budoy, who invited me to join their office, KEL International in China, in Guangzhou, China, for a design competition to lead the team. We won in that competition, and they hired me as a consultant to work in their office for almost 2 years. During my work abroad in the Middle East and China, I gained self-confidence in dealing with architects of different nationalities and cultures. Showing and sharing my work with international audience also means introducing my roots and develop a deep sense of pride as a Filipino and a proud graduate of FEATI University. Last July, I took helm of UAP presidency, following the footsteps of my co-alumni, my predecessor, our past national president, Architect Henry Olonan. Nakakadalawa na po ang FEATI sa UAP presidency, and I'm looking forward for the third one in the near future in the name of Architect June Tablizo. The presidency of Architect Olonan produced tangible results and commendable outputs, which we all benefited as of today, such as the institutionalization of UAP Task Force RA 9266 and convention exhibits, the creation of the UAP 10-year long-range plan, and the construction of the UAP library and archives, and the crafting of the membership and chapter organization policy manual, among others. Aware of these great achievements and the heavy responsibility thrust upon my shoulders now, I compelled myself to plot a direction and indeed allow me to define the pathways we are going to serve or more than 48,000 members. UAP is great. I believe excellent in every facet of its structure. With the full support of my colleagues in the National Board, we are about to steer by a theme, noble leadership, good governance, and member first. Taus-puso ko nagpapasalamat sa FEATinean University College of Architecture alumni sa pagtitipon na ito. Hanggat ko ang marami pa natin pagtitipon sa mga darating na araw at panahon nang sa gayon ay makapag-usap-usap tayo para sa ating profesyon at sa minamahal nating FEATI at UAP.
So, I'm proud to be a FEATinean. Yun po kinikwento ni John Tabliso, yung kaibigan ko, at ni Rene, ay halos pareho po ang aming naging katayuan. Ako rin po, nung panahon na yon ay kung siya po ay sabi niya nag-janitor siya, ako naman po ay nagtinda ng comics, nagtinda ng dyaryo para lang po makasurvive ang isang katulad ko na nag-aambisyon para maging arkitekto. Dahil po naman ako po ay isang working student din katulad ni Rene at ng iba dyan sa ating mga kasamahan, ay nagpunyagi po ako na pumasok ng 4 o'clock up to 9 o'clock ng gabi. So kung may bakanting oras, minsan nasa library at madalas po ay nandoon sa comics area na may sinusundan po kaming series every year, every week. Yun pong Aliwan. Hindi ko po nakakalimutan yon. At si Rene, nung narinig ko magsalita, hindi lang siya pang presidente ng UAP, siya po ay isang pwedeng maging congressman at pwede pang maging senador. Dahil nakita nyo naman po ang bihis niya, talaga namang hindi lang pang senador, hindi lang pang congressman. So yan po ang ating mga inspirasyon sa ating mga kasamahan ng mga FEATineans na isa sa nag-i-excel, yun pong talagang pinagpapala at binibigyan ng magandang buhay dahil po naman yung sinseridad at yung kanyang magandang ambisyon sa buhay ay kanya pong nakamit.
Makukuha ko yung time ni Rodriguez si Arkitekto Liman. Okay lang ba?
Okay lang yan, ma'am. Di ba alam mag-absent kami?
The blessed, the lucky one to manage to have a perfect life, as many may have never got to live to this age. You may never get to experience this fruitful, productive professional life. Diba? Pero ngayon, nararanasan natin. So I'm so grateful for being a part of your success and achievements. Congratulations! Talaga naman, tuwan-tuwa ako. I'm so proud. Very, very proud kami mga mentors nyo. Mas magagaling na kayo sa amin.
You have the God-given talent on how you would enhance your career and make life even more fruitful, rewarding, and fulfilling, making you a happy person. My sincerest appreciation and congratulations to all former students, now my colleagues. I truly admire each one of you.
And most of all, I am happy and proud to know that some of my former students who are now successful in their architectural professions are present in this online event. Just continue your good works and show the world what FEATinean University architecture graduates are capable of doing and achieving.
Piece by piece, story after story, I slowly patched the puzzle all together. That FEATinean University produced talented, professional, and competent architects, world-class to be precise. I am deeply moved by your stories that somehow I feel like I am an adopted daughter of FEATi architecture. Many of you mentioned that a FEATinean architect is not only chosen to do the job because of their skills, but because of their great character. It gives me the immense pleasure of turning over the chairmanship of the second alumni meet to Architect Gerard Artemio H. Villaruel, FEATi Architecture Class of 2016. Yes. Are you up to the game?
Actually, I'm very surprised to hear this news. It's an honor for me, ma'am. Thank you for considering me.
Okay, thank you.
2015, It's the 41st NatCon na nagkita po kami ng isa po nating colleagues, si Architect Al, at nabanggit niya po sa akin na ganda po siguro na sa susunod na mga national convention ay magkita yung mga FEATInean architects. So dito po nag-umpisa yung idea na magkaroon po ng ganitong pagkakataon at yung pong conversation na iyon ay nag-usher ng action and it leads into fruition at kaya po tayong lahat ay narito ngayon. This event would not be possible without the unselfish dedication of our committee, ably led by Architect Melchor Dilingat, our chairman. Salamat po, Chairman. To the lovely couple, Architect Alberto S. Gonzalez III and Architect Annalisa B. Gonzalez, co-chairman and secretary respectively, for their invaluable part in the realization of this event. And our coordinator, Architect Gerard Artemio Villaruel. Salamat po, Architect. Kaya nga nasabi kanina, you will be our link to the new millennials. Okay. And to our event program director, Architect Edgar Budoy, who also inspired most of us with his consummate achievement in architecture.
Where you are today would not even be possible without the guidance of great mentors such as Architect Fe David, Architect Lucille Painsan, and Architect Rodil Soliman. Your former students made it a point to acknowledge your hard work, excellence, effort, and dedication to the profession, for through your mentorship, you were able to produce a handful of world-class FEATInean architects that possesses the value of professionalism, hard work, patience, and determination. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
This fiscal year 2020-2021 is indeed another honor and further on the cap to our alma mater, FEATInean University, for reason that the UAP National President, unopposed, and the jury member of College of Fellows are both graduates and products of FEATInean University. For your information, this is actually the second time to have a UAP National coming from FEATInean University. The first one was in the person of Architect Henry Olonan, a successful practitioner architect, a AAA general contractor, and a successful businessman who is the father of time-sharing condotel business in the Philippines. Andiyan po siya. Maaari po ba natin palakpakan siya?
Under the leadership of our former student colleague, UAP President Architect Winnie Heray, we look forward to a more dynamic and progressive professional organization, which all of us here present tonight are part of this.
Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Thinking together is unity. And working together is success.
As FEATIneans, we will support our national president